everyone. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend. Today we're going to be learning about how we're going to use our plan to inform our writing. That's our learning objective. So success criteria 1 is I can check over my plan. So I'm going to reread it and just make sure it makes sense. And then success criteria 2 is I can use my plan to write my introduction paragraph. So we're going to be writing the first draft of our introduction to our diary entry. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So the first thing we need you to do is find your plans. So where you wrote all of this. So the first thing is, could you please get your plans? Then you're just going to read over your introduction part. So the parts that you wrote just for the introduction. We are not moving on to this today. We're going to make it easier for you, and we're just going to write our introduction paragraph. So reread it for me. Once you have read the parts within your introduction, we are going to be writing our first paragraph. Now I've done mine for you to show you. So the first thing I wrote down was today was a nerve-wracking day. But before that, remember, we need to write our date on the top right corner, which we are going to use 390 BC because that's when the Romans were in battle. Then remember, we need to start with Dear Diary, followed by a comma. We do not carry on writing on this line. We have to leave a whole line and then write on the next line with an indent, just like this. So you can copy the layout of my work. So because my first sentence here, my first bullet point was today was a nerve-wracking day, that's what I started with. Today was a nerve-wracking day. Then I've thought to myself, the next part is got up out of bed, and I've thought, how can I put that into a really good sentence? I don't just want to write, I got out of bed. So I've written, firstly, with a fronted adverbial followed by a comma, I got out of bed and put on my clothes that were under my bed. Now, does anyone remember what under is called? It is a preposition. So I've used my preposition. So my next part was I had some milk and bread for breakfast. So then I've written, I had some milk and bread for breakfast, which made me feel energised. I've thought to myself I need to add thoughts and feelings. So I've put my feelings into my diary entry. So then I've written, I took my plate from Lewis's hand and got back into the room, and I thought, oh, can I make this any better? So I've written, I then took my friend's plate, and can you see that I've used a possessive apostrophe accurately here? So wherever you have an opportunity to put in a possessive apostrophe, please make sure that you do. I then took my friend's plate and cleared up. After that, I went and prepared for our last training day. So this is this part here. So as you can see, all we would like you to do today is look at the bullet points on just your introduction paragraph. Please do not move on to this. We'll do these bits tomorrow. Look at the introduction bullet points. Can you turn that into your first draft paragraph? Because what is going to happen is we're going to do our whole draft. Then what we do in school is we're going to edit and revise, then write it up in neat. So this is your first proper draft, just your introduction. So I've made a checklist for you so that you know what to add in. So this is the checklist that you are going to use. So we have to remember for our introduction paragraph that we have to have the date in the top right corner, which is 390 BC. Start with Dear Diary with a comma. And then remember to write in the past tense because it's events that have already happened. You've got to imagine that you've done this day and you're now the Roman soldier sitting in bed in the evening and you're writing about the day that has happened. And also please remember to include thoughts and feelings. I've also added on here that we need to include our possessive apostrophe and prepositions. We would like to see these being used accurately within your writing. So just think, where is an opportunity to use a preposition or use a possessive apostrophe? It would be even better if you want to push yourself, can you use a range of fronted adverbials within your writing? So in mine, for example, I have used firstly, after that, so a range of fronted adverbials. So what I'm going to do is put this as an example at the bottom of the page. I'm also going to have this checklist for you at the bottom of the page is a picture, so you can use it to help you and you can tick off the things that you have used. I'm also going to attach a writing frame if you would like that extra bit of help. Good luck with this task, everyone. We look forward to seeing your draft introduction paragraphs.